Hi beautiful people, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Ru. Now before we go into the piles, let me talk about my wrist. I twisted my, you should see the other guy. No, I do not condone violence. Please do not be violent. Like don't do that. Please don't do that. I do not no. I do not condone violence. Anyway, I just twisted my, I was gonna say ankle, but my arm ankle, my wrist. I twisted my wrist, but it's not like crazy that I can't do a reading this week. It's more just like it just hurts when I move it a certain way, and it sucks because this is my dominant hand, and so I think it's gonna take a little while for me to heal it, or like for it to not hurt as much, because it did get swollen like just a little bit, but everything's okay, everything's good. I can do a reading. I would hope so. I would hope I can do a reading. Anyway, but today what we're doing is your next blessing in disguise. So for number one, we have the shape shifter. For number two, we have the crone. And for number three, we have the NATOs. I think I'm saying this correctly. Could be wrong. The timestamp should be in the description. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in your pile. Hi, pile one. If you chose the shape shifter, this reading is for you. But before we get into the tarot, I kind of want to tap into what the theme could be, or what it is, kind of, and like try, like, I don't know, like you'll understand while we get into it. Now, you chose the shape shifter. Automatically, I do feel like maybe you might learn something. I don't know, there's this energy of like learning about how to change, and how to change in situations that, like, how to be comfortable in certain situations. Now, if you are in a situation that's very uncomfortable and that you know that you shouldn't feel uncomfortable, please try to get out of it. Like, it's not some, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like maybe situations that you weren't in before, and the unknown makes you uncomfortable. That's what I mean. Like, the unknown makes you uncomfortable, but in a good way. Like, it's not harmful. I hope it's not harmful. This is not trying to be harmful at all. This is giving very much like being okay with the unknown and changing yourself with the unknown, if that makes sense. Now, what this unknown is, don't know. Maybe we can tap into that when we go into the tarot. But what I'm seeing, a lot of it is that you might start getting comfortable with the unknown. Like, maybe before you were very uncomfortable with the unknown, but I feel like right now, or like going more in depth, I feel like you might start being comfortable with the unknown. Like, maybe you don't like the unknown, you know, which is completely understandable. I feel like a lot of us, we don't like unknown. We like knowing, like, what's next and what's going to happen. But I think you're going to feel very comfortable of not knowing. And you're going to learn how to shape shift into those situations and into those uncomfortable, I want to do quote unquote uncomfortable, but uncomfortable in a way that's like you just don't know, not in like uncomfortable like it's like against your safety. Like, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the uncomfortableness of the unknown, and I feel like you're starting to learn about that. Yeah, so let's get into tarot about what this unknown is, or what this is about, more about. Before we start using tarot, I do want to say that I do personal readings if you are interested. It's you can DM me on Instagram, and I'll get back to you. And yeah, you don't have to though. Thank you for watching this. I mean, I'm very grateful for that. So thank you for watching this. But just saying, just wanted to put that out there. Can I get more? Okay, that was fast. Can I get more, please? The sun. Oh, that's such a pretty. That sun reminds me, like, this whole card reminds me of Tangled. So maybe like Tangled could be a significant movie, and that's giving so much. Like, this is giving like Rapunzel and Tangled energy, of like, yeah, she was scared to go outside of a tower because the tower is all that she knew. She was scared of it, but she knew she wanted to do it. And I think that's what your next blessing is. Like, you know, you want to do this next thing, this next whatever it is. Like, to Rapunzel, it was getting out the tower, right, to see the northern not the northern lights, the I don't know what they were called, I'm sorry, but those lights on her birthday, that was her goal, right? And she still did it, and like all that shit happened. But it was more like she had an idea and she wanted to go for it. You know, she had the opportunity, so she went for it. And it's not in a way, you know. So I feel like that's what you're going to do, kind of like, you're gonna see an opportunity, you're gonna go for it. Yeah, it's very, very scary, but you know it's for the best. for you. And I feel like that's what the energy is. So maybe watching Tangled, you might relate to her a little bit. Can I get one more, please? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they want you, like, spirit, your ancestors, your guardians, anybody in your life right now, I don't think they want you to sabotage this. Like, they want you to go for it with the Queen of Wands here. Like, you've been watching too much now. You've been watching too much on the sideline, that I feel like they want you to go for what you want now. Like, I think you have no excuses. You know, like, I don't think you have any excuses on how you should go about things now. Like, if you want to go to the beach, yeah, no, I'm just kidding. If you want to go to a specific type of body of water, okay, but maybe it's far away from where you are or something, but like, nothing technically is stopping you. You know, I think they want you to go after the things that you want. And I feel like your next blessing is going to your next blessing, it's going to be you listening to yourself and listening to your wants. Yeah, like, you're learning to shift into a better version of yourself. You know, like, you're shifting into somebody that is doing, like, going towards things that you want. You know, you're turning into somebody that isn't afraid to take a chance. And maybe you used to be this way, or you're still this way. Like, you know, maybe it takes time to be that. But I feel like with the Queen of Wands here and the Page of Swords, like this, like, you were this Page of Swords and you're becoming this Queen of Wands. You know, that it's giving that, like, yeah, this is very, like, you're very, like, Page of Swords energy, just looking, and just, like, if you know anything about the Page of Swords, it's like you're just looking from afar. You're just kind of waiting energy, waiting for it to come towards you, and even thinking about it, because the sword is about the mind. So, like, even maybe thinking about it, but then you go into the happiness and the growth and the warmth of, if you actually go do it, like, the feeling that you will feel when you go after it. And the Seven of Wands is like you being very skeptical still, but very much like should I not, you know, very indecisive in a way. But then once you choose to do it, you are becoming this Queen of Wands of very like royalty, you know, very much like you can do what you want, And I think that's your next blessing, believing yourself and believing in your thoughts and your wants and going after what you want. And I think that's your next blessing in disguise. Like, doing things that you want is going to benefit you it's going to benefit you in general. I think doing things that you want and you feel in your heart wholeheartedly. And with the sun here, this is Leo season. And Queen of Wands is fire energy as well. So Leo could be significant here. And if you don't know this, in astrology, we all have body parts. And Leo is the heart. Is ruled by the heart. So I feel like this is very much like, follow your heart. Follow what your heart desires. And it will not leave you astray. Simple as that. It will not disappoint you. And I feel like that's what you need to do for this blessing to, like, I feel like the blessing is going to be after doing what you want. Like, you're going to see changes, you're going to see all these blessings coming towards you. And I don't think it's just one thing. You're just going to see all these blessings coming towards you. And I think it's because you're doing what you want. Yeah, for sure. So let's get a little bit of advice for you. The tear. Oh. With the tear here, I feel like it might take a while, if that makes sense. Like, you might feel like you have to overthink it. You might feel like you have to do it a certain way. And I heard trial and error, trial and error, and you might have to try it a bunch of times to get what you want, but that's okay. You know, like, you might have to do a lot of trial and errors, but I feel like you have to teach yourself and learn that that's okay. That's how we learn. That's how we have growth into our lives. Like, that's how we learn, you know. And I feel like you just have to learn and teach yourself that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not get what you want right away, you know. Maybe, like, also the next blessing could be learning patience and learning how to be patient in things. And I heard detachment, so that could be it too. So yeah, like, it's okay to cry, and it's okay to feel, and it's okay to make mistakes in general, and, like, not get everything you want right away. Like, it's okay to be patient, and it's okay to see this through, you know, and just give yourself grace that it doesn't stop you to get what you want, you know. Like, don't just because something didn't happen the way it was that you thought it was supposed to happen doesn't change the fact that it doesn't stop the fact that you shouldn't stop trying, you know, or you shouldn't be open again, you know. Like, just because heartache happens doesn't mean you have to close your heart, you know. Like, just feel that heartache, feel that disappointment, feel that energy, and then release it, and then still be open to new experiences. So yeah, I hope that resonated. Let me know how you liked it, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose the crone, this reading is for you. Now, I try to explain it in the first pile how I'm going to do this reading, but to be honest, you just kind of have to go with the flow and just see where I go with it. Try not to think too much about it, but just listen, and I hope it resonates. But to be honest, I just didn't know how to explain it. But you'll understand while we go. But you chose the crone. Automatically with this little coin here, right there, it makes me think of money. So maybe money could be your next blessing. That money could be significant. But I kind of want to read it from the book. This is a little pocket archetype book. So let me try to find it. What's it called? The Chrome? Sorry, I don't know those type of numbers, the numerals. It's not my, I just don't know how to, I don't know what number that is. Okay, that is number 13. Why didn't you tell me? Anyway, I'm just kidding. Yeah, 13 could be significant. So yeah, the crone, and you also got 130, so 13 could be significant. So the crone, the witch, the old woman, the sage. The crone has seen it all. Nothing frightens or surprises her. She is the final manifestation of the feminine trifecta of Madame Mother Crone. In her long life, she witnessed endless cycles of death, sex, failure, rebirth, conflict, and regeneration, giving her the ability to rise above the world of duality. She laughs at notions of good or bad, right or wrong. As she has seen the earth churning, smothering, taking life, and giving life, the crone energy accepts everything in, devouring beauty and suffering with the same mouth, using their energy to reveal hidden secrets and knowledge. Her energy resides in all of us, though it is feared the most for its power and unconventional relationship with death, and its macabre. Awakening the crone is dangerously rich and unapologetic magic. When in light, magic, clairvoyant, psychic, intuitive, wise. When dark, vindictive, bitter, isolated, or strexide. Or strexicide? I don't know. Okay, so if you want... yeah, okay, so with the crone here, with this bird, I automatically see death. But wait. It could just be an ending in some way. I feel like maybe your next blessing could be an ending. And you might not see it as a blessing, because at the end of the day, we're all human and we don't see endings as blessings right away. You know, that's why this is a blessing in disguise. So I feel like you might have an ending, have an ending of some kind. And with the coin here, it could be money-wise. Like, you might end a job or end a business. I don't know, something about an ending, and maybe money is related to that ending. It's okay. Like, I think you have to remind yourself that it's okay. Like, if this is about business or if this is about a job, it's okay to kind of release it. Like, release the job or release the business if you're not seeing any progress. Like, it's okay to be disappointed in that. You live and you learn. It's basically that. Like, it's okay to release it, and it's okay to let it go. And I think that's okay. You can always come back to it. That's one thing that people kind of forget. You can always come back to it. Because it's a bird, right? So you can always just fly away from it. Like, you see the hand holding the bird. It's like, birds want to fly away, So it's okay to let them go, but they could always come back, So I think you have to remind yourself of that, of like, you can let this business go, you can let this job go, you can let whatever this is go or end. And if you want to come back to it, you can, but maybe just not right now. Let's get into tarot to get more in depth. But yeah, I think that's what the overall theme could be, like an ending. Before we get more cards, I do want to mention that I do personal readings on my Instagram. So if you're interested, you can always DM me. I'll DM back. I'll text you back. You don't have to. I'm just so thankful for you to watch my video right now. I'm very, very grateful. But yeah, if you're interested in that, that should be in the description as well. Hopefully, if it's not, it's the same as my YouTube, but on Instagram. Okay. What is this about? What is this more about? Oh, okay. Yeah, an ending of some kind. For sure, there is an ending that you might not see as a blessing, right? Because at the end of the day, we as humans don't see endings as blessings a lot of the time, because we're hurt, right? We kind of, I think we as humans, right, we equate like hurt with hurt is not a blessing. You know, I think people see it that way as, yeah. And I think we as humans, we see it that way. Like, hurt shouldn't equate to a blessing. Am I using the word equate correctly? I think I am. But if I'm not, I hope I'm still making sense. But I feel like that's how we operate as humans, right? We operate as like, it's like the experience of a human. Like, if we're hurt, how is this a blessing? You know, like, if we're hurt, how the heck is this going to be a blessing? You know what I mean? So I feel like that's how you might see it at first. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep them because I feel like these are significant. And this could be a job, like this could be a business, this could be a job in some kind. I just heard maybe you wanted to have a job while you were in school, and maybe that is not possible, and maybe it's harder for you to find a job or something like that. But I think you have to remind yourself that you have support, you know, or that right now it's okay not to be this way, you know. But I understand, like, we live in a very, like, I live in America for the people that don't, but I live in the United States, so I understand this capitalistic society that we live in, that we live check by check, you know, sadly. We live check by check, and if you are doing that, I promise you that it's just right now what you're feeling. You will get there, you know, you will get there, especially if you're in that situation of like, I need to get a job, like I can't not get a job, like I can't not get money, like I need it to live. And I completely understand that. And I think what you need to understand as well is that it's okay to not be okay. You know, it's okay to, like, maybe you're looking for a specific job or you're looking for a specific outcome, and it's okay not to get that. You know, it's okay to look elsewhere. Yeah, with the hangman here, I feel like it's okay to look elsewhere when it comes to your jobs and when it comes to your economic issues, if that makes sense. It's okay to kind of change your mind, and it's okay to put yourself out there in other situations. Like, maybe you were kind of fixed in one job or one business, and it kind of backfired, or you don't see progress, so now you have to change it up. And I think what you need to know is, like, it's okay to change it up. It's okay to go towards something else. You know, with the Queen of Wands here as well, I feel like you have the power to do so. You're just kind of, to a certain extent, I feel like you're choosing not to. Or you just don't, maybe you don't have the resources, and maybe you have to look for resources. But I think I think you, with the Three of Pentacles here, I feel like you have support around you. Like if you are looking for resources, look for it, you know, go look for resources, you know. And maybe it's hard to find resources, you know, because some people don't want to give you resources, and I totally understand that. So, and this is something specific, like if you have a disability in some way and you're like, I need to have resources for a specific job, or like maybe that's what is kind of making it harder for you, which is completely understandable. I think what you have to remind yourself is that you are capable of doing anything and everything that you want and you put your mind to. This is just a very specific message for if you do have a disability. But I feel like you have to remind yourself that to like, don't blame yourself, you know, like don't blame yourself for something not working. And this could be for everyone, but I feel like it's specific for certain people or certain someone watching this video. But I feel like you have to remind yourself that this isn't your fault. It's just happened. Things happen to us, you know, things happen to, like if our business stopped working, or like our business just never grew, it's not our fault. It's just maybe we need to find better business management, you know, like maybe we have to learn more business, you know, which is okay. Like maybe you just need time to grow into that. And I think it could be that as well. Like it could be that maybe you just need time to learn about the business, or you need time to learn about the job, or you need time to learn about education or studies or anything that you are very disappointed in right now, but maybe you need time to learn about it to get what you want. But I think one thing that they want to remind you of is that you are capable to do anything that you put your mind to. But it's also okay to look at other factors and to look at other opportunities and look at other options for right now, because I feel like maybe that could be your blessing. Looking at other options as well, that could be one of your blessings. But I think your main blessing is ending something that maybe you were very passionate about, but you know that it's not going anywhere. And I think you do care about longevity. So it's okay to end it, and it's okay to learn from it, and it's okay to come back to it when you feel ready. Like maybe you just need more time to learn about this and learn about how to do this. I don't know, it's specific to everyone watching this video, but that is one main thing that I think to tell, like to say, you know. But let's get some advice for you. And just remind yourself that it's not your fault. You are not the problem, babe. Okay? You are not the problem. Okay. The comic. Oh. With the comic here, I can see that maybe you might learn throughout this ending, or this blessing in disguise, right? That maybe you had to be more authentic with yourself. Like you have to be authentic with yourself and with other people for things to work out. Authenticity is the core of success. I'll put that on a t-shirt. It is though. Like authenticity is the core of success, and I think a lot of people forget about that. You know, I don't know if you can hear this, but my cat, my sister's cat is scratching the wall. Well, she was. Now she's walking back over here. Anyway, but yeah, cats could be significant because my kitty over there. But I think, yeah, authenticity is the core of happiness and success. And I feel like maybe that's what you lacked to a certain extent. You have to be authentic to get what you want. You have to be authentic and real with other people and with yourself to achieve the things that you want. So I think that's your advice here, to be more authentic and to be more you, be more of yourself, because maybe you hide yourself a lot of the times, and which is completely understandable. You know, we don't want to be noticed by other people, and whatever your reason is, it's completely valid, I promise. I just think that if you lack authenticity, you will know that everything you're doing is fake. It's not real. It's not true. And that's something that's how that you don't want to live your life like that. That's such a that's just a general thing. Like, you don't want to live your life like that. So I think your advice here is to be more authentic with yourself and with others on what you want and what you feel and what you desire, you know? So authenticity could be very, very significant for you, and it matters to you, and it should matter, especially moving forward from this. Be authentic, always be yourself. Never change or think that you need to change for people to support you, or for people to like you, or for people to be interested in what you have. Never change yourself. Excuse me. Yeah, confirmation with my burp. Like, I don't know if you ever seen any of my other videos. I burp a lot, and I just say, excuse me, and I move on. You know, people don't notice. And people do notice, but they move on too, because, you know, authenticity, you know? So remind yourself of the authenticity that you deserve and need to express. So, yeah. I hope this resonated, and let me know if it did or if it didn't. You know, I'm all ears. Sorry. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose the Thanatos, this reading is for you. Now, I don't know a lot about this card, so I am going to bring the guidebook for it. But in general, of course, spiders could be significant, like maybe seeing a spider. Hopefully not in your house, but seeing a spider somewhere outside, or on your screen, on your phone, or anywhere, right? Could be a sign, but hopefully not inside your house. But even if it's inside your house, could be a sign that this is just more confirmation, right? But spiders in general could be significant. Maybe you have a pet spider. Kudos to you if you have a pet spider, but ay, Dios te bendiga. But yeah, let's get into what this means, because to be honest, if I'm being honest, I don't know it that well. Okay. If you want to screenshot it, I'm still going to read it, but okay, death. Wow, okay, straight up death. Okay. It is tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as transformation, but the true archetypal resonance of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is ongoing and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. Witnessing the ending of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos as it sweeps us under the wings, making us relinquish control in every form. It leaves a It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, signifying we have touched the cusp of the underworld, and we will turn to the land of the living eventually. With more compassion and wisdom to share, the capacity is needed in our world. One who is faced in an annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. When this card appears, it signifies an initiation into the underworld. Oh wow. When in light, grieving, mourning, bearing witness to all that is, when dark fear or insensitivity to old age, illness, the dying. Let's go deeper. The Mower by Philip Larkin. So that is very, very deep energy, I'm not gonna lie. So so your next, I'm getting two meanings of this. So your next blessing in disguise could be an ending of some kind, but it could either be an ending, your next blessing, or it could be the aftermath of the ending, if that makes sense. Maybe this ending was not supposed to happen, or you kind of control the ending, but I think you're going to see progress after the ending, if that makes sense. Like, I think you're going to see the aftermath as the blessing, not the ending in general. I feel like the ending maybe was unpredictable and something that was out of nowhere. The ending could have been something that you were not expecting to happen. I feel like even spirit might even say that, or your ancestors, like your spirit guides, or like your spirit team would also say the same thing of like, oh, we were not expecting that to happen. You know, like we were not expecting. So it's just like, it just reminds you that people have free will. You know, that reminds you that other situations have free will. And just remind yourself that people, other situations, we all have free will. Especially if this is connecting to somebody else. But maybe like an ending happened that it was very unexpected and out of nowhere. And I feel like even spirit, or even your spirit team, the universe is also acknowledging how it was out of nowhere. They were not expecting it. But I think they're going, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe the ending wasn't a blessing in disguise to a certain extent. Sorry. Thank you. I hope you said bless you, but you don't have to. But anyway, but I feel like what it is that, like, you might see the blessing in disguise after the ending, because I feel like the ending was very much like out of nowhere. Like, I think everybody and their mom is confused about this ending, but I think what you're going to see is the blessing in disguise is the aftermath of the ending, because this ending was not it. Like, it was out of nowhere. Like, you were not expecting it, and nobody was respecting it. It seemed like everything was going fine, but then out of nowhere it ended. Something ended, and yeah, and I think that's what they're talking about. And I feel like you might see the next blessing is after this. Like, how are you gonna handle this? You know, how I think that could be a part of the blessing, handling this. So we'll see what. But before I pull tarot, I do want to explain that I do personal readings on my Instagram. So if you are interested in that, it should be in the description, but it's the same as my YouTube on Instagram. So if you are interested, you don't have to. I mean, I'm still happy that you're watching this. So thank you for watching this. But if you're interested in that, you can always DM me. I will DM you back. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Okay. Can I get more information, please? Yeah, this could be relating to somebody else, but we'll see what's coming. Yeah, heartache for sure. This could be relating with somebody else. This could be a whole connection that somebody ended or something. Like they were very cold towards you or something. But we'll see. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Can I get one more, please? One more. Can we get one more? One more. Tarot. I kind of want to clarify the King of Swords. Can you please clarify the King of Swords? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm saying. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? No, I'm just kidding. I'll explain. Okay. This could be relating to somebody else. I'm not going to lie. But it doesn't have to be. But I do feel like this King of Swords is somebody that you were dealing with. That was very, very, very cold towards you out of nowhere. Again, this is very out of nowhere energy with the Six of Wands here. It seems like it was out of nowhere and very fast. Like it just kind of went like, whew, you know, like it, and then with the Queen of Pentacles, I see you as the Queen of Pentacles, as like very stoic, but also very much like you were. I feel like you were willing to talk this out with this person, but this person was very much like they wanted to move on from it. I don't know why, because the Three of Swords here, it's giving like y'all were both hurt of this ending. Yeah, it seemed like you both were very hurt of this ending. But this is something that they wanted. Like, I don't know if you wanted to hear that, but it seems like this person was very, very fixed and very much like, I want to end this. With the Six of Wands here, like maybe they wanted to kind of move on from this. And you were very much like, I don't understand, like, can you please explain why this is happening? Like, you were very, very confused and very hurt. And I feel like maybe this person wasn't giving you anything when you try to talk to this person about it. They were just kind of waiting to move on from it. And because they seem very like cold and very like straight face, I can see this person being very like still hurt about it. But with the Six of Wands here, this is confusing me. I'm gonna clarify it again because I don't understand what the Six of Wands is about. And the King of Swords. What is the Six of Wands about? It's a very confusing energy, I'm not going to lie. What is the Six of Wands about? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, so I think I was right. When I see the Ace of Swords, I feel like I'm low-key right. Okay, so yeah, I think they wanted to break this off for a while now, maybe. Or like if this was a short-lived connection, like maybe it was very short and you're like, I don't understand like why this is happening. Yeah, with the Eight of Cups here at the bottom of the deck, I feel like, yeah, this person, I think, wanted to end it for a while, but it wasn't like, I don't know how to explain it, but it wasn't about you, and I think you know this. Like with the Queen of Pentacles, you know your worth, you know who you are. It's just you're very confused of why this is happening. You know, like, so you're like, I don't understand, but okay, you know. And I feel like this hurt you, you know, and this hurt you, and I think that's okay to admit that it did hurt you, you know. And I feel like this person, weirdly enough, wanted this to end for, I don't know if for a while they just wanted it to end. And they were very honest with you, you know. I don't think this person ghosted, and if they did, I feel like they still have a, like, I feel like they wanted to explain themselves to you, but maybe they didn't. But I don't think this person ghosted, but if they did, I feel like they still had more to say to you, but they just chose not to. But I think this person didn't acknowledge how much it could hurt you, which is very sad to think about. Like, this person didn't acknowledge your feelings, didn't acknowledge your emotions, because I feel like if they did, they would at least give you an explanation or give you like a, hey, this isn't gonna work out, you know. But I feel like the blessing in disguise is the aftermath of that. And I feel like with the Page of Pentacles, I think you might see progress in yourself specifically, and you might see progress in other relationships in your life for sure. Like I feel like you might, the blessing in disguise with the Page of Pentacles, I feel like it's gonna take time, you know, especially if this was a long-term connection or situationship or relationship, right? I feel like the next blessing is you healing, you know, is you being in the situation of taking your time with connection, taking your time with yourself, and taking your time with newer connections. Because with the Page of Pentacles, this is new energy, you know, new people, new connection, new progress, you know. And I feel like even though this person maybe didn't give you the best explanation, even though you asked for it, I think you're gonna see it as a blessing in disguise of like, I'm so happy you didn't explain yourself, because if you did, you might have felt even worse about yourself, you know, if that makes sense. Like if this person explained themselves of like why it didn't work out, you might feel even less worthy of love, you know. So I think you're gonna see that as a blessing, and I think you're gonna see that as a blessing in disguise as well, of this person not communicating well. You know, because with the Ace of Swords facing down, it's giving me like they don't know how to communicate as much as they think they do. They could be an air sign, you know, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. They don't have to be, but it seems like this person is very much like maybe they can't communicate fairly or well. So I feel like you will see that as a disguise, like a blessing in disguise, and like I'm so happy they didn't explain themselves correctly or at all, because I think I would have low-key hated myself, or like low-key kind of felt bad about who I am, you know. And like for example, the example that's coming up is like this person, like if they explain themselves as like, oh, you just wanted too much attention, or you just wanted you wanted too much of my attention, you wanted to talk too much with me or whatever, right? If he, like if the, oh, no gender, but if this person told you that, right, you would have felt even worse than you already feel right now, right? Right, I'm not saying this person that's what they wanted, right, but or that's what they meant. I'm just saying, like, if this person explained themselves to you why they wanted to leave, they will probably tell you your problems, you know, quote unquote your problems, when in reality it's not a problem at all to want to spend time with somebody or want to talk to somebody because you like them. It's not bad. And if this person can't notice that, then this person is not right for you. You know, you two are not compatible. And that's okay. They need somebody that don't need a lot of their attention, and you want somebody that gives you attention, you know, and gives you that time of day, you know. So you might see this as a blessing of like this person not expressing themselves or explaining themselves as much as they could have. You might see that as a blessing as well. And I feel like also the blessing aftermath, it could be very significant for your growth and your health specifically. Excuse me. But yeah, I think this blessing is going to be more about you than anything. And I think you're going to see the value in yourself even more than you already do. So let's get some advice for you. Can I get some advice, please? Okay. Yeah, like the seed at the bottom of the deck. That's very, oh, and the self at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I think this is more about you, like the blessing, the next blessing. Look, they're both pearls. So pearls could be significant. Pearl in general could be significant. Maybe your name is Pearl. Or Pearl from SpongeBob SquarePants could be significant. I don't know, maybe you relate to her, you know? I don't know. So, yeah. So you got the Pilgrim, for your advice. And genosis. Another, well, that could be a, no, I think that's a pearl as well. So pearls could be significant. So I feel like, especially if you've been thinking of like walking a mountain or walking a, like taking a hike or something, could be very significant. Like maybe being outdoors as well could be very helpful for you. Sorry. Excuse me. Thank you. Bless you. Thank you. Anyway. Yeah, but like maybe traveling or like taking a hike or climbing a mountain, anything of that sort could be very, like being one with the earth could be very, very helpful for you right now. So think about that. And then rainbows could be significant as well, because it is very rainbow, like tie-dye. It's like I see tie-dye, so maybe making tie-dye t-shirts, I don't know, tie-dye things could be very, very helpful for you. I just saw tie-dye Converse, or like tie-dye shoes, so I don't know if that's significant, or maybe you want to be open to that, I don't know. But like being more hands-on and being more like be one with the earth, be one with Mother Nature, and just remind yourself that you are earth, you are a part of the earth, you know, you are part of Mother Nature, you are part of the earth, and you matter, you know. So I feel like reminding yourself of that, and reminding yourself of that you are part of the earth is very, very significant. And you doing things that either like help the earth or make you feel part of the earth could be very, very helpful for you. Like bird watching, you know, or looking at the clouds move, or like, you know, significant thing like just laying on the grass with a blanket, right? Because you don't want, at the end of the day, you still don't want animals everywhere, you know. But yeah, like that, like maybe like looking at animals and like doing all that, you know, like just being in one in nature. You know, I'm not saying go live in nature. And you know, like that one episode from SpongeBob that he's like, I'm going to become a jellyfish and go and live with the jellyfish with my brothers and sisters. Like, no, I'm not saying do all that. Don't do all that, because if you watch the episode, like maybe watch that episode, it's not that. It's more like just let Earth do its thing and you watch it. You know, if it rains, watch the rain. If it's sunny, go be under the sunlight, you know, with sunscreen, right? So I don't know, things like that. Like be more aware of your surroundings on Earth, you know, be more aware of Earth, you know. So yeah, I hope that resonated. Let me know down below if it did, or if it didn't, you know, I'll listen. And thank you for watching. I'll see you on my next. Bye.